Ciao guys and welcome back. In today's video we're gonna talk about a monitor that is not just a monitor, but there is much more to talk about it. It is the Shimbol ZO600M. Stay tuned. This is a 5.5 inches touchscreen monitor with Full HD resolution, 1000 nits of brightness and a contrast ratio of 1200 to 1. With this monitor you will be able to record on a micro SD card MP4 proxies with a resolution of Full HD. This wireless monitor can be used both as a receiver or transmitter, and you can stream the signal both to smartphones or tablets or to external monitors attached to these transmitters and receivers. So it is pretty versatile to use this device in combination with multiple devices. And that's a great plus if you're thinking to be a little bit minimalist, because it can save me quite a lot of space in my camera bag. Plus, this wireless system will increase the value of my productions, because my clients or the director I'm working with, they can simply monitor the footage that I'm filming in real time without the necessity to stick behind my back, checking what I'm filming on the screen of my camera or the monitor I'm using. So that's pretty convenient both for your clients, director or yourself. Talking about the build quality, this monitor feels pretty solid even if it's made out of plastic. There is only one mounting option on the bottom of the monitor. On top we're gonna have power on off button, 3 function button that you can program as you like. On the left you have HDMI in, HDMI out, headphone out and the DC power in, and on the right side of the monitor you will have a micro SD card slot and USB-C port. As I said, this display is a touchscreen and you can operate all the functions you need with just a couple of clicks. And if you want to clean the fingerprints, it is extremely easy to do it, probably much better than some other high-end monitors I used in the past. Without batteries and mounting option, the monitor weighs only 300 grams, that is roughly 60 grams lighter than the Atomos Ninja 5. The monitor can be powered both from a single Sony battery or 2 batteries in case you need to do hot swaps while recording, so you don't have to lose time with the booting time of the monitor. Keep talking about the display. The image quality is actually pretty good. The brightness of 1000 nits is pretty accurate. The images are always nice and sharp with good contrast, and in case you need to do some minor adjustments in the color reproductions, you can do it easily in the menu of the wireless monitor. Consider that 1000 nits of brightness is going to be good enough if you're going to film in a studio or if you're going to film outdoor during a cloudy day. But if you're going to film outdoor during a pretty strong sunny day, it will be pretty difficult to see what you're going to film. So it will be very nice if Shimbol can produce a dedicated monitor hood to project some shade on the monitor, so we will be able to see what we are filming outdoor. Another important factor to talk about this type of monitors is about latency. And when you pair this monitor with the receiver, or vice versa, you put a transmitter on your camera, you use this monitor as a receiver, there is a bit of latency. It's not very much, but it is totally usable if you plan to use this wireless system to showcase what you're filming to your client or the director in real time. It's gonna work perfectly fine, but if you plan to use this wireless system for focus pulling as a first AC, I think you should look somewhere else, because it's not really suitable for professional gigs in that department. At least not with this generation of devices produced by Shimbol, but also from any other low-budget wireless monitor system, because I mean, if you want zero latency and good quality displays, you have to look on the range of 5000 euros products. The touchscreen response of the monitor is pretty good. The monitor interface is also pretty easy and clear to understand and operate, but probably it's not the best I've used. On the first page you will find the input source menu where you can choose the HDMI input, the wireless information if you need to pair your device with a smartphone, and the channel tab where you can select the channel you want to operate with the transmitter and receivers. On the second page there is the scope menu where you can find the waveform, RGB parade, histogram and vector scope, but sadly you cannot move around these interfaces. You can simply adjust the opacity, and sometimes that's not enough. So it will be nice if Shimbol will upgrade this interface in a way that we can move around our scope menu. On the third page there is the marker menu where you can choose markers, safe area, anamorphic squeeze and center marker. On the fourth page you will find focus assist tools like peaking and the zoom in function. The peaking is working pretty good, but the zoom is limited to 2x zoom. On the page number 5 you will find exposure tools like zebra, false color and the monochrome view. On the next page you can find the color menu where you can load the 3D LUTs, you can choose the gamma curve, you can choose to work in HDR, and you can also adjust the color temperature of your monitor. On page 7 you can find the teleprompter menu where you can load your text file and reproduce it on the display. In the page number 8 you will find the recording and playback menu, because with this monitor you will be able to record proxy files on a micro SD card with a resolution of 1080p and a fairly low bitrate of 8 megabits per second. And while you're recording these proxy files, you will lose the access to all the assist tools of the monitor. And the ninth button is simply a lock button, so you cannot operate the monitor with the touchscreen anymore unless you click the lock button again, or you click one of the function buttons. All the way to the right we will find the settings menu where you can change the settings of the display like brightness, contrast, saturation, sharpness and RGB adjustments. Then you will find the settings for the scan mode, backlit percentage, volume value, and you can format your SD card. The next option is the function option where you can bind your custom button to whatever you like or use the most. And in the last page there are the system information in case you need to change languages or you need to run a software update or a factory reset. And even more important, in this page you will find the wireless mode of your monitor, so if it's gonna behave as a transmitter or as a receiver. And every time you change this parameter, the monitor will need a reboot. Both the monitor and the receiver and transmitters are fanless, so they are extremely quiet, you don't hear anything while using them, and they also don't overheat, because the transmitters and receivers have a metal chassis, so they dissipate the heat quite easily, while the monitor doesn't have any metal parts, but it is staying pretty cold. All in all, I'm extremely happy with this wireless system because just attaching the transmitter to my camera and giving the monitor with the built-in receiver to my client or the director to check in real time what I'm filming, it is something very amazing because first of all you're gonna increase the quality of your production because the client will really enjoy to see in real time what you're doing there on set, and second of all, this is a pretty minimalist setup that fits quite nicely in my camera bag, and I don't have to bring a lot of extra monitors or transmitters or receivers, little grips. Like, it is kind of convenient to have something like this in the camera bag, and I really like the versatility of the monitor because it can be used both as a transmitter, receiver or as a standalone monitor with a good quality. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did it, please like and subscribe to support my work, and if you need more information about the monitor, I will leave the link in the description that you can check. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!